into the round, and he does again. And Michael Nunn again, ducking away from a couple of the punches thrown by Liles.
Deep breath. Breathe.
Championship territory, Frank.
Frankie, beautiful work.
Championship territory.
Behind that jab and break in. I want the right hook to the body.
Come on, Frank.
And back to the chin. You hear me? It'll work. Jab, right break in with the right hook to the body, and double hook to the chin. You hear me? We'll knock this son of a bitch out of that shot.
Come on, Frank.
He cut down and did it better to start the round.
Right?
After the minute, he's finished. Okay?
Don't give him anything. Don't give him anything. You're the champ.
Don't let this guy rest. Okay? You're letting him rest out there when you're doing nothing. Okay? Every time he backs up, you take that slack up, put that jab on his ass. Okay? Double jab. Body, all right? Come on, buddy. Let's go.
Well, Ferdy, it's apparently you haven't been around boxing 100 years for nothing. You said exactly that same thing, and he's resting. He's letting Nunn off the hook sometimes.
Well, I was a cornerman for about 20 years, so I know all the dialogue. He's got a great little cornerman, Freddie Roach, who was one of the savage, angel-faced killers I ever saw in my life fight. Brave beyond words. And, of course, the heavyweight, O'Halloran, kept saying, you're the champ, you're the champ. You got to say more than that. You got to tell this guy what to do to keep his title.
Ferdy, how about any style changes, left-hander to hit left-hander? They doing anything differently than you'd expect?
No, they're not. You know, what that looks like is just like an algebraic equation. Right-hander against right-hander, left-hander against left-hander, no advantage. When left-hander against right-hander, you got something to talk about. Something happened, he's looked down. Nunn looked down. He slipped on something, he looked down.
Well, of course, paint that was added to the canvas just a couple of days ago, a little slippery on one side, Nunn slipping a little bit. Liles having trouble finding Nunn here in this team.
Yeah, Nunn has gone right into a defensive posture. Maybe they think they're that far ahead that they can afford to give away a round. I don't think so. I think we've got him 86 to 84. But believe me, it could just be the same way the other way, depending on how the judges like their fight. I mean, you know, we've got 3 judges, and this is a very close fight. To me, it's a very close fight.
Keep in mind that Nunn did have a 1-point deduction back in the 6th round for continuing throwing low blows on Frankie Liles. Then they tried to exchange low blows for the next 2 rounds. Complaints coming from both sides.
Well, it's almost the first time that I've ever seen Nunn get mad, and I've watched almost every one of his fights. He's so cool in there. You almost want to make him mad.
So many people talked about when he lost his IBF middleweight title to James Tony.
Got hit real hard with the right hand. When Nunn gets hit hard, his leg does a little wobble. I mean, it's hard to explain, but sitting at ringside, you see a punch go right through him and wobble him. That was a short, chopping punch.
And he's throwing that left hand over the top. You can see it again, catching Liles just in behind the right ear. Nunn again fighting comfortably. Again, as I pointed out when he lost to James Tony, he was ahead on everybody's scorecard. Got caught with the left hand, and down he goes and out in May of '91 to lose his title.
Well, either one of these men needs a definitive knockdown.
Another good left hand by Nunn. Comes back with another left hand. Another left hand. Liles is in trouble on the ropes. Half a minute to go.
Well, I ordered that up, and I got it. You need something definitive to turn this thing around, and that was it. Now, if he wants to attack now, he's there for the taking.
Nunn clearly winded after that flurry. He threw at Liles. Just wants to finish this 10th round. Then he comes back with another left hand. Another left hand. Combination. Liles answered with one of his own. As the bell ends, a frantic and exciting 10th round.
Breathe. Take your time, man. Doing good. He want to give it up, man. He want to give it. He got to tell. Let him have a laugh. Way to do it, baby. Get out of here. Get out of here. Way you doing good, man. You got to have it. Good. That's what you need. That's what you need, baby.
Let's take a look at that furious action. And this is just exactly about the time I said either one needs a knockdown to get a clear grip on this fight. Then Nunn begins to launch this attack. You can see there's some crisp punches. The main thing is they keep coming from all sides. Some land, some don't. But at the end of the round, you see the effect. the effect of all those punches is that Frankie Liles has wilted, and this was after the bell right there. We could have had another one of those nights here.
Well, if you go back and put this fight in a bottle, it turned out it's surprising Michael Nunn came out rather early. Then he got into trouble with the low balls. Frankie Liles started to get a little momentum. But you'll have to mark down the 10th round is clearly a round that Michael Nunn may, even though he got a 1-point deduction, may have won this fight in that 10th round.
Well, he certainly turned around the momentum, and it should be the opinion of the judges for at least that round. He was totally in command and had worn out his men. I mean, let's say you got to reach back and give Frankie Liles a lot of credit. I mean, at this altitude, he's been in here taking these punches, and there's not just a few, but many. So he's got all kind of heart as a champion, and he's trying desperately to keep his championship.
Well, despite having a total of 28 knockouts in his 45 fights, Michael Nunn has been the distance. 7 times he's gone 10, 7 times he's gone 12. He shoves Liles down. So Nunn can go the distance, or he can finish him early, as we alluded to at the start of the show. And he's still trying to work that body inside. Lyle comes back. Again, the punches don't seem to have much to him right now.
You know, if they did and they landed like that, they'd have zoomed him through the ropes, because he landed 2 beautiful shots just then, and they had nothing on him. And they landed flush.
Frankie Liles in his 26 fights has been 12 rounds 3 times. The last time was the one that he'll always cherish, winning the world title with Steve Little in Argentina back in August.
Look at the way he uses his body to get away. I mean, for people who love defensive fighting, you really got to study this kid. From the time I first saw Michael Nunn, I had my mouth open, and the way he had a radar in his head and in his body, and the way he used his legs to avoid punches. It was like Ali's, like Sugar Ray Leonard, is like the great Sugar Ray Robinson. I mean, these guys that have this defensive gift. I mean, so few of them in boxing, so few that when you see a good one, you really say, boy, if he just had a little offensive power, he'd be one of the ring greats of all time.
And that's exactly what Nunn is missing, is that offensive power. 28 knockouts certainly is something to certainly consider, but it never has been his real forte. He does it over the distance of the fight. You see both fighters really tiring now in the 11th. Lyle just kind of hacking away with a left hook.
Yeah, and that was like right on the neck. It's like a sloppy thing, you know. It was like hitting a guy with a tree trunk or something. He wasn't whipping him, you know.
Michael Nunn starting to measure a little more. There's another good left hand. Lyle trying to keep him at distance. Not again. That big left hand and out.
Lyle staying in this fight, always dangerous, always looking for that one that'll change it. Nunn still talking to the referee. I mean, he has said more to the referee than he said to me all week long.
You know, 30, there's one thing when you're talking about the guy that has the defensive skills of Nunn. Also has to come a little situation in the fact, as the bell ends the 11th, you have to be a little cocky when you can do that. And in the ring, he certainly is.
You got 3 minutes, boy. 3 minutes, son. Come on, I love you. 3 minutes.
We need to win
This
this
is
round,
your
but
championship.
do not risk, okay? Do not risk, okay?
Don't reach for him. Don't reach for him. You got 3 minutes, Frankie.
Do not risk the fight, but we need to win this.
Last round, when you come out, touch me up, okay?
Okay.
You got 3 minutes.
Inside, okay? You gotta go to the
Both hands.
the left uppercut and right hook, you know?
They ain't gonna give you shit. You gotta go ahead and take it from this guy, man. You guys take it from this guy, Mike.
Pump him in, you knock him down. Pump him in, you knock him down. Okay?
Well, can you sense this corner that thinks that they got the championship won, and the one that's pleading for him to keep it? I mean, what a difference in dialogue. What a difference in feeling. What a difference in temperature in different corners. I'm sure somebody has said in there to Michael Nunn, all you need to do is take this round. Don't quit here. Just do what you've been doing. If you lose it, it doesn't make any difference. It's 105 to 103 on my card. And I gave the last round, even though he was taking a shellacking at Frank Liles, because he just kept coming back and landing meaningful, short little shots.
Less than 3 minutes away from Frankie Liles making his first title defense on Michael Nunn, becoming a 3-time